I'm here with Paul Ashbrook, who, in addition to being a local audiologist, is also the board president of Arts at the Rives. Tell me, Paul, what is Arts at the Rives?
Well, Arts at the Rives is a nonprofit group of folks that want to kind of maintain and preserve this beautiful theater that we have here in Uptown Martinsville. It's a great facility. We've got lots of ability here at this facility to put on all kinds of different functions related to arts and education.
Now, how long have you been part of this organization?
I've been part of the organization now for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, and we've all been working very hard as a board to really get this place back up and running and putting on some great events here.
Now, do you have any full-time staff that work for you?
No full-time staff at this point, but the board almost feels like full-time a lot of times with a lot of the different events we do and have to cover. But we also have a nice group of volunteers that also help us out as well. So it gets done.
So saying that you're a working board is a bit of an understatement, frankly.
Oh, very much so, very much so. When there's events going on, it can be some long days, long nights, getting everything ready and keeping the theater clean and ready to go for everybody.
Now, how did Arts at the Rives get started?
Well, it really is just a bunch of us that, all had our own little vision of this facility here, and we all kind of ended up gravitating together. I don't know how we all found each other, but we have, and we all have a different passion for wanting this place to really take off and do well, and it's a beautiful jewel, we feel like, here in Uptown Martinsville, and so we all just kind of pooled our resources together and kind of developed this board and the nonprofit part of it, and we're making a go of it.
So are you a registered 501c3 nonprofit?
We are definitely a 501c3 nonprofit, yes indeed.
So anybody that wants to support you, contribute to it, that's all going to be tax deductible?
Oh, very much so. And we're always looking for sponsors and folks that want to help us out here. It doesn't work without a little bit of money for sure, but the big thing is we want to get people here.
Right.
We wanted them to see the quality programs and the quality entertainers that we're bringing in to Martinsville and Henry County. It's a very unique setup.
Now, you mentioned sponsors. What kind of sponsorship opportunities do you offer?
Well, certainly with our First Friday series, we have sponsorship ability available there. For some of our other concerts, folks can sponsor a particular band or group that we may be bringing in for this event or that event, and there's different levels of the sponsorships available to folks.
Now, you said First Friday events. Tell me about those.
Well, that's something that we came up with probably kind of late summer of 2010. We decided let's put a series of concerts together, bringing in lots of different types of music from all around the region, actually all around the United States, really. And we decided to do it on the first Friday of every month, and that's kind of where the series came from. And we got had a great list put together of performers, and we're kind of right in the middle of that at this point, and it's really been going well.
How many months of the year do you have your First Friday series?
We generally do it 11 months of the year. That first Friday in January is right there after New Year's, and everybody's kind of worn out at that point. So we skip the January one, but generally February through December, that first Friday, we have a great event going on here.
Now, who actually selects the bands that are going to come play?
Well, it's kind of a collaboration of a number of different folks that kind of get in contact with different people. Some of the people on our board are musicians and get to travel around the country, so they meet a lot of these different performers that we're able to bring in. Some of the other folks have put together some different types of festivals around the area for a number of years, and through their contacts, they know a lot of people as well. So it's really kind of a collaborative effort of who knows who and who's available when and so forth.
Now, when you have these events, are the prices all the same, or do they vary depending on the concert?
Pretty much most of all the events are pretty much the same price. It's kind of a $15 ticket for all of these First Friday events. We did have a special one just recently that was a $20 event. This was a two-time Grammy winner who was right here at the Rives Theater and put on one great show. And for the folks that didn't see it, I hate it for them because they missed out on a really great show.
A two-time Grammy winner, that's a pretty impressive thing for Martinsville to bring in.
Exactly, and we've got another person coming up in November who has been nominated for a Grammy Award before, and Jason Ringenberg is his name.
What kind of music does he play?
He plays a little bit of just more of a country style, kind of a more of the more modern type of country that's kind of bleeding over to southern rock to a degree, but very talented performer. He also does a kids program out in Nashville as well, where he does a lot of musical things with kids and children also.
So what's your next First Friday concert coming up?
The next First Friday's concert will be July 1st. It's a group called the New Familiars, and they are kind of a progressive bluegrass band. Is kind of the best way to term them. Very talented musicians, great vocals, very regionally well known. They're really a great band, and we would love to have folks come out and see them.
And what time do the concerts start?
Generally, most of the concerts start at 8 o'clock in the evening. Some of the shows we're going to have some of the local folks opening up for some of these bigger name folks, so kind of look for who the local group might be for that particular band as well.
And what time do I need to arrive if it's an 8 o'clock show?
Generally, we open the doors at 7. So we give folks an hour to kind of mingle and hang out a little bit and see some of the other things that we have going on here. We generally have an artist or an artisan here from the community that will come out and will set up shop in the theater as well when we have one of these big events, so that they can showcase some of their talents as well.
What kind of artwork have you had brought in?
We've had different folks from different genres. We've had folks that make jewelry. We've had folks that do artwork as far as painting and sculpting and any number of different avenues of art.
So y'all are really trying to promote a broader spectrum of art than just performing arts.
Oh, certainly, and we, do a number of educational things. We've actually had some political debates here as well, some of the big regional political debates. We've done things with the Boys and Girls Club where they'll bring kids in and do some educational pieces with them. So we're here for all kinds of different things for the community.
Now, I also understand that you've got an outdoor concert coming up. Tell me all about that.
Yes, we do. That's coming up on June 19th. That's a Sunday evening of all things. It's really kind of set up as a family event. It's going to be at Shining Star Farm, which is Dr. Jordan's farm, and it's on Barrows Mill Road here in town. And we're bringing in Missy Raines and the New Hip, and they are excellent band. Play a little bit of bluegrass. They play a little bit of kind of the Irish sound, a lot of big mixes of music that they put together. It's going to be a great show. Montana Young and Dean Smith from Upton Stewart are also going to be the opening act for that. So we feel like that'll be a great community event, and again, only $15 for a nice evening of music.
Now, you said Montana Young. What kind of music do they play?
Now, Montana Young, she is a fiddle player from Stewart who is a big bluegrass girl, and she's really talented. She's been here at the theater before and really starting to have a very good name here in the area.
A big following, then.
Oh, very much so, very much so. Young girl, just graduated from Patrick County High School, and she is super talented.
Now, if I pick out a show that I want to attend, do I need to get tickets in advance?
Generally, yes, you can get tickets in advance. We do have a number of outlets that provide tickets and have tickets available for upcoming shows, but generally there's usually some that we always keep for at the door, so if you don't get them in advance, you can always get them at the door.
Now, is that the case also for the event at Shining Farm? Do I have to have tickets to come up there, or can I get them when I arrive?
You can get them when you arrive if you would like. If you want to get one ahead of time, you can always get it at the theater or from Woodall's Music. They'd be more than glad as well to have tickets available for you.
And usually Martinsville Uptown has some right next door to the Rives. You can come over here and purchase tickets to any of the events.
Exactly. And what we're trying to do is trying to show people that we've got things going on here in Uptown Martinsville, and with all the different events that we have available here at the theater, there's no reason why people shouldn't be coming up here and seeing what's going on.
Now, when I come in, is there any food or beverages available for the concerts?
Sure, yeah, we always have beverages available. We do have our ABC license for the different events that we do. We also have food available, generally in the form of popcorn, pizza, candies, just little small knick-knack things. But
so you've got beer, do you have wine also?
Beer, wine, sodas, water, anything along those lines.
So all kinds of snack foods and beverages.
Sure.
Okay. Now, if I'm going to have a big party
Mhm.
and I would like to do a private screening of a movie, can I do that here?
Sure, you can. Yeah, just you can rent the theater. It's a very economical thing to be able to do. You can have your own private function here. We'd be more than glad to cater to that kind of thing. We do birthday parties. We've even had a couple that for Valentine's Day rented the whole theater for just the two of them, so that they could watch a movie. It was a great experience for them. So there's all kinds of different avenues that we have available here.
Oh, how romantic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I have to ask, what movie did they watch?
That I am not sure of. I don't know what movie they watched. I didn't cover it that night, so I'm not sure which movie, but I'm sure it was a nice sappy movie. Nice love story movie. Yeah.
Well, normally, one wouldn't have any sort of public display of affection, but I guess if you have the whole theater to yourself, then, if you want to kiss in the back row, that's not too much of a problem.
I'm sure we wouldn't mind. I'm sure we wouldn't mind at all. We'll leave them to their own vices. But it's been a lot of fun, and we're having a good time. The big thing here is we want to get people to understand and know that the quality products, the quality performers we're bringing here are folks that you just won't see anywhere else in the area. They're top-notch talent, and we want people to see that and know that. And that's the kind of reputation we're starting to build here. People know that when we're having an event here, it's a good quality event.
Now, you also have other groups that regularly rent it out. I believe the Lions Club has a regular performance. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, the Lions Club. Every third Saturday of the month, they always have their bluegrass show here, and they generally use local bluegrass bands to come in and perform as a fundraiser for their functions.
Okay, and what time do those start, do you know?
They generally open the doors for that pretty early, about 5 o'clock, because they usually do a kind of a potluck band ahead of time, kind of come and play before the headliner for that evening comes on. But the headliner generally comes on about 7 o'clock, so they make that an early evening for folks.
So every month, we're guaranteed that we can come up here and see a show on the first Friday, and we can see a show on the third Saturday. Is that right?
You got it. And there's lots of different little things in between as well.
And the outside show up at Shining Star Farm, that's going to be in addition to the regular calendar.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, that's something we've just kind of added in. It kind of came together, and we were able to get Missy Raines and the new hip for that particular date, and we said, let's do it. So.
Are you allowed to bring a cooler up to the outdoor event?
As far as we know, yes, you're going to be able to do that. Certainly any adult beverages need to be, kind of hidden away to a degree in a container that's not visible, but yeah, you can.
Okay. Well, Paul, I appreciate so much your work here. I think anything that's going on uptown is great, and you're doing such a fantastic job. So we hope that everybody will come out the first Friday of every month to see what's going on at Arts at the Rives, because it's a lot of good things. Thanks for watching. This is Uptown.